If you have been shopping at Costco for a long time, you probably believe you know every nook and cranny of the store. However, the truth is that Costco does not just sell items in bulk, they operate using unspoken rules, subtle cues, and psychological strategies that most shoppers, especially seniors, have never been told. You'd be awesome if you liked this video.
Wow!
1. The $4.99 rotisserie chicken. For many families, the $4.99 rotisserie chicken at Costco has become a shopping trip tradition. It is cheap, convenient, and provides enough for multiple meals. However, because it is such a great deal, this chicken is more than just food. It is a psychological anchor that Costco uses very effectively. The company deliberately chooses to lose tens of millions of dollars every year to keep this price low. In reality, the chicken is a loss leader. The real profit comes from the steps you take through the aisles to find it. Rotisserie chickens are always placed deep in the back of the warehouse. This forces you to walk past clothing, electronics, seasonal items, and countless products you might just want to look at. Along the way, you aren't forced to buy anything, but you are constantly being tempted. By the time you have that warm chicken in your hands, your mindset has changed. You think, I already saved money on dinner, so it's okay to buy a little more. For seniors, recognizing this strategy is the key to staying in control. The chicken is still a great deal, but it should be the final stop of your trip. Do not let it lure you into unplanned spending. 2. Exit receipt checks are not for catching thieves. Having your receipt checked at the exit makes many people feel uncomfortable, particularly older customers. But the truth is, this check is not aimed at you, nor is it based on a suspicion of theft. Costco understands very well that fraud at the warehouse is rare. What they truly care about are operational errors, unintentional mistakes that occur when handling high volumes of goods. Bulky items like crates of water, toilet paper, and pet food are easily underscanned or misscanned. A missed scan means Costco loses money. An extra scan means you overpay. The employees at the door are the final check to balance both sides. For the savvy shopper, this is not a nuisance but a safety net. There have been many cases where customers were refunded on the spot because a mistake was caught. When you place this process in its proper context, the feeling of discomfort decreases significantly because it serves to control costs and keep prices low for the long term. 3. Fewer choices make you buy faster and more. It might seem like a limitation that Costco only carries a few thousand items. However, for the buyer's psychology, this is a very effective tool. When you don't have to stand in front of dozens of different brands for the same product, your brain experiences less decision fatigue. Your decision becomes quick. There is a good option right here. I'll take it. That feeling of relief makes you less hesitant to add more items to your cart. Fewer choices save you time at each shelf, but overall, it causes your cart to fill up faster. Each small, easy decision adds up to a larger bill than you planned. For seniors, this effect is subtle. A comfortable shopping experience can blur the line between buying what I need and buying extra for convenience. By understanding this mechanism, you can still benefit from Costco's curated selection, but you should set your own limits. Buy only what you will actually use, and don't let convenience drive your spending. 4. Costco does not sell cheap. Many people walk into Costco with a simple thought: buy in bulk to save money. But the truth is more nuanced. Costco does not focus on making every single item the cheapest. Instead, they focus on guiding your shopping behavior so that your total bill is higher than you originally intended. Wide aisles make you feel comfortable pushing a cart. Large carts make a few items look small and insignificant. The lack of fixed signs forces you to walk through more areas than necessary. Every extra step is an opportunity to buy something you didn't plan for. For seniors, especially those living on a fixed income, this is very important to understand. Costco does not pressure you, use loud advertisements, or make you feel like you are being sold. They gently place you in an environment where buying more feels logical. They even make you believe you are being a smart spender. Understanding this doesn't mean you should avoid Costco. It helps you walk in with a proactive mindset. Know what you need, know when to stop, and most importantly, do not let the feeling of saving lead your wallet. 5. You can use the pharmacy without a membership. This is one of the least known facts about Costco, but it is especially beneficial for seniors. According to laws in many states, retail warehouses are not allowed to require a membership card when customers use pharmacy services. That means you can walk straight to the pharmacy counter to buy or fill necessary prescriptions without owning a Costco card. The benefit is not just convenience, but also the price. Costco keeps its drug profit margins much lower than many major pharmacy chains, so the selling price is often 30 to 50% cheaper, especially for those without insurance or with high deductibles. For seniors who take medication regularly, this difference can save hundreds of dollars a year. Costco does not widely promote this information because they still want you to become a member, but knowing this open path helps you utilize the right service at the right time without incurring unnecessary costs. 6. The asterisk star on price tags. Among the many numbers and symbols at Costco, the small asterisk in the corner of a price tag is the most easily overlooked detail, but it is the most important. An asterisk does not mean a sale or a special discount. It sends a short, cold message. This item is at the end of its life cycle at Costco. Once it is sold out, the product will leave the shelf and there is no schedule to restock it. Sometimes it is just a seasonal item, but other times it is a product you have relied on for years. The difficult part is that even employees often cannot tell you exactly when it will be gone. It could be tomorrow, or it could last a few more weeks. For seniors, the question isn't whether to buy a lot or a little, but whether to buy at the right time. If it is an item you use daily, like a favorite food or a specific supplement, don't wait until next time. Next time might not exist. Conversely, if it is an impulse buy, the asterisk should be your signal to stop. Reading this sign correctly helps you shop with your head, not your emotions. 7. The $1.50 hot dog is not just a deal. For decades, the $1.50 hot dog combo has been a famous symbol of Costco. In a fast-changing economy, this price feels like a precious legacy. It is a sign of consistency, a quality that is becoming rare in modern supermarkets. But behind this frozen price is not a savings miracle, but a carefully calculated psychological strategy. By accepting a loss on hot dog sales, Costco gains their most valuable asset, trust. It is a strategy of losing money on a meal to win big in customer loyalty. When you hold that incredibly cheap meal, you naturally feel like Costco is on my side. Once you have that feeling, you enter the shopping area with a more open and accepting mindset. You become more willing to spend. Therefore, the hot dog isn't meant to fill your stomach. It's meant to unlock your psychology. Enjoy the famous meal for its taste and value, but do not let its price create an illusion that every other item in the warehouse is equally cheap. This clarity helps you distinguish between a bait item and the true value of your entire cart. 8. Executive membership is not profitable for everyone. The Costco executive membership is often presented as an easy win. You pay a higher fee to get 2% cash back. It sounds very convincing, but whether it is worth it depends entirely on your actual spending habits. To break even on the extra cost, your annual spending must reach a certain threshold. If you spend less than that, the cash back won't even cover the upgrade fee. When spending is tightly controlled, seniors may not fully benefit from the executive plan. The subtle danger is the psychological effect. Once people upgrade, they often tell themselves, "It's okay to buy more. I get 2% back anyway." This thought process is the true hidden cost. A wise decision is to review your past year of receipts, estimate your real spending, and choose the right tier. Costco allows you to downgrade when it's time to renew, but being proactive from the start keeps you in control of your budget. Like the video if this surprised you. 9. Costco rewards the patient, not the rushed. In the massive space of a Costco warehouse, your shopping pace directly affects how much money you keep. People in a rush usually focus only on their list. They grab what they need and leave as quickly as possible. This saves time, but it rarely saves money. In contrast, patient shoppers take the time to look at price tags, notice small symbols, compare weights, and check expiration dates. This intentional slowness is often rewarded by Costco. Deep discounts are rarely placed in prominent locations or advertised loudly. They are often hidden in the regular aisles, mixed in with normal prices. They only reveal themselves to those who stop for a few seconds to look closer. For seniors, walking slowly is not about being tired. It is about being observant. Moving slowly helps you avoid buying on autopilot. It helps you notice when a favorite item goes on clearance or when a Kirkland signature option offers better value than a name brand. Adding just 10 to 15 minutes for observation can lead to hundreds of dollars in savings per year. 10. Costco makes things hard to find on purpose. If you've ever wondered why an item you bought last week has suddenly disappeared, or why you have to wander around to find something familiar, it isn't because of poor organization. Costco creates this difficulty on purpose. They limit directional signs and constantly move items to break your shopping habits. When you can't walk straight to what you need, you are forced to slow down and look at more products. You end up seeing many things you didn't plan to buy. Psychologically, this is a treasure hunt strategy. The longer you stay in the warehouse, the higher the chance you will buy more. This controlled randomness turns a trip to Costco into a warehouse stroll rather than a simple errand. The biggest risk is falling into mindless shopping and breaking your budget. The solution is preparation. Have a clear list, a short route, and the discipline to leave once you have what you need. When you control the pace, the difficulty is no longer a trap. 11. Your behavior with carts is noticed. In Costco's seemingly relaxed environment, how you handle your shopping cart is not just about manners. It is also behavioral data. Small things, like leaving a cart in the middle of an aisle, abandoning a full cart halfway through, or leaving refrigerated items on a dry shelf, create real costs. Employees have to spend time reorganizing, cold food may have to be thrown away, and the flow of traffic gets blocked. Costco doesn't make a scene about it, but they observe these patterns quietly. Understanding this helps seniors avoid unnecessary friction. Costco is friendly, but it runs on discipline. When a behavior happens often enough, the system marks it for review, not to punish you, but to protect operational efficiency. The best way to shop is to keep your cart tidy, return unwanted items to their proper place, and prioritize the flow of the aisles. This is more than just being polite. It is how you keep your shopping experience smooth and risk-free in the long run. 12. Costco is not a place to shop for fun. For many seniors, Costco feels like a relaxing space where they can browse items and enjoy a cheap meal. This comfort can create the impression that it's okay to go there just to see what's new. However, that mindset is often the beginning of unplanned spending. The massive scale of the warehouse and the buy once, use for a long time feeling cause carts to fill up quickly, far beyond actual needs. Costco provides the most value when you walk in with a clear goal, a specific shopping list, a reasonable visit frequency, and an understanding of product life cycles. Within a fixed budget, shopping for fun often leads to overstocking, wasted space, and items expiring before they are used. This doesn't mean Costco isn't great. It just means it is a place to optimize spending, not a place for retail therapy. When you enter with a plan and leave on time, Costco serves you. When emotions lead the way, your bank statement will show it. 13. Prices ending in .97 are real clearance. At Costco, the last two digits on a price tag are a language of their own. When a price ends in .97, it is not a random discount. It is a sign of a firm decision, a clearance to empty the shelf. These products usually have no quality issues. They simply need to be moved to make room for new packaging or seasonal items. Because of this, the discounts are often much deeper than they appear, sometimes 30% or 40% off, but they happen quietly without big signs. Costco does not encourage customers to wait for these markdowns. If everyone waited for .97, sales would slow down. Therefore, these deals are for the observant shoppers who walk slowly and pay attention. For seniors, this is a real opportunity to save, provided you stay disciplined. Prioritize 97 deals for items you use regularly and will definitely finish. If you buy something just because it's cheap, a bargain quickly becomes a storage cost in your own home. Understanding point 7 means buying for value, not just buying for a low price. 14. The return policy is generous but monitored. Costco's return policy has long provided absolute peace of mind. If you don't like it, return it. There are very few hoops to jump through. However, behind this open policy is a silent tracking system. Costco records the frequency, value, and patterns of your returns over time. Returning a defective product is normal. However, repeatedly returning items after using them for a short time is what gets an account flagged. Seniors should be aware of the difference between a valid return and an unintended use of the policy. Returning an item because the quality is poor or the size is wrong is perfectly fine. But buying something to use temporarily and then returning it, or constantly returning high-value items, erodes the trust the policy is built on. Costco does not give loud warnings. If a limit is crossed, they can terminate a membership without negotiation. Understanding this allows you to balance flexibility with discipline. 15. Kirkland Signature is not a cheap brand. Many people look at the Kirkland label and assume it is a budget brand, cutting quality in exchange for a lower price. The reality is quite the opposite. To Costco, Kirkland is a long-term strategy where they place quality before the brand name. The majority of Kirkland products are produced by the exact same factories making high-end goods for famous labels. The same production lines, the same standards, only different packaging and marketing costs. This is especially important for seniors. When budgets need to be strictly controlled, Kirkland allows you to buy consistent quality at a reasonable price, without having to pay extra for the name. However, not cheap also does not mean buying indiscriminately. Kirkland is strong in items used frequently: basic foods, batteries, over-the-counter medicine, and durable household goods. Correctly understanding the nature of Kirkland helps you choose the right place to trust, avoid confusing low price with low value, and ensure that every time you put an item in your cart, it is a long-term beneficial decision. 16. Costco employees are not nice by accident. The friendliness of Costco employees is not a smile trained just for show, but the result of a compensation and stability system rarely seen in the retail industry. They are paid higher than the industry average, have full benefits, and tend to be long-term employees. Therefore, when you ask a simple question like, "Where is this item usually kept?" or "Will this be back in stock?" the answer usually comes from real experience, not guesswork. For seniors, this carries great significance. An employee who understands the warehouse will help you save walking time, avoid unnecessary fatigue, and sometimes even point out a better choice for your needs. That niceness is not aimed at pushing you to buy more, but reflects an operating culture where employees are viewed as long-term assets. When you treat them with respect and ask correctly, they become a reliable source of information, making your shopping trip neater, more efficient, and less error-prone. An advantage that not every store has. Understanding Costco is not about learning a few shopping hacks. It is about seeing how the system works. Costco does not deceive or force you, but they guide you very skillfully, from the aisle layout and price tags to the bait products and generous benefits. For seniors, the difference between saving money and overspending lies in awareness and discipline. When you walk into the warehouse with a clear plan, understand the hidden signals, and know when to stop, Costco becomes a powerful tool for your budget. Which tip from the video surprised you the most?